Hello and welcome to Behind the Mic. It's time to talk some NBA. For those who did not check it out, the NBA draft was this past week.
The first three picks were exactly what everyone thought, so not too much of a surprise there. Zion Williamson, who is the most hyped prospect since LeBron in 2003, goes number 1 to the Pelicans. John Morant goes number 2 to the Grizzlies, and RJ Barrett goes number 3 to the Knicks. I think all three of these guys are going to be studs in the league for a long time. Pick 4 is where it started to get confusing, but stay with me on this. The Lakers had the 4th pick and had DeAndre Hunter out of Virginia. But in the end, he's going to be playing for the Atlanta Hawks. The Lakers traded this pick to the Pelicans in exchange for Anthony Davis. The Pelicans then turned around and traded this pick to the Hawks for the Hawks' 8th, 17th, and 35th pick of the draft. I'm sorry.
Technically, the DeAndre Hunter is not part of the Hawks until July 7th, when everything goes through.
Okay, so the Hawks wanted DeAndre.
They wanted DeAndre Hunter. So they pretty much told the Lakers, which that was interesting because it went from Lakers to Pelicans to Hawks, 3 teams.
So the Lakers just gave that to them. Like, they picked for the Hawks.
Yeah. They said, all right, well, this is your pick, but we have to make the pick, so we'll make it on behalf of you.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's not confusing. So at the start of the year next year, DeAndre Hunter will be in Atlanta. Hunter is an elite defender who can guard positions 1 through 5. He also converted over 50% of his shots last year, including 43.8% from the three-point line. At number 5, the Cavaliers took Darius Garland out of Vanderbilt. The former McDonald's All-American?
McDonald's, yeah, that's what they call high school All-Americans.
Like actual McDonald's.
Yeah.
The former McDonald's All-American only played in 4 games, but was extremely impressive. He's got a great outside shot, and putting him with Colin Sexton should make for a very exciting backcourt. Jarrett Culver out of Texas Tech goes number 6. Another trade on this, as the Phoenix Suns had the pick but traded the rights to the Timberwolves. Let's continue with Jarrett Culver. Culver is a really solid two-way player and averages roughly 18 points, 16 rebounds, and 4 assists last year as a
Sophomore. Second year person,
which is a sophomore. A big thing for Culver is going to be improving his three-point consistency. Kobe White from North Carolina gets picked up here at 7 by the Chicago Bulls. He can be a bit of a streaky shooter, but he definitely has NBA range on his three-point shot. One thing he needs to work on is probably going to be shoring up that defense. If you look back at the trade with the Hawks and the Pelicans, the Hawks are technically picking for the Pelicans, but the Pelicans at 8 take Jackson Hayes. Who are they picking for?
So the Hawks were picking for the Pelicans.
So the Hawks are 8.
It was the original Hawks pick at 8 that they traded to get to 4.
But the Pelicans are
getting Jackson Hayes.
Okay, Jackson Hayes out of Texas is a big center. 7'3" wingspan. He used that big wingspan to average roughly 2.2 blocks per game. He only averaged about 10.8 points per game, but most of those were on dunks. People dunk still?
Yeah.
That's cool. At pick 9, the Washington Wizards pick up Rui Hachimura. Rui. R-U-I. Hachimura. Hachimura.
This is actually a really cool story, though.
Okay.
Hachimura became the first Japanese basketball player to be selected in the first round of the NBA draft.
Oh, shit.
And he went to Gonzaga and did not know any English before he went to Gonzaga.
And now he knows English.
He's extremely fluent.
Hachimura.
Rui Hachimura.
We need Hachimura people like you. He is a really skilled forward who averaged last year about 20 points and 6.5 rebounds. The biggest thing he really needs to work on to become a solid NBA player is his perimeter shot. Rounding out the top 10 was Cam Reddish. He is also headed to the Atlanta Hawks. This is the Hawks' 2nd pick of the top 10, even though one of them...
Well, no, we had number 4.
That's right. It is the 2nd pick, and it's also the 2nd pick that they're getting in the top 10. With Reddish, a lot of mocks had him going earlier, around 6 or 7, so it's pretty awesome that the Hawks were able to get him at 10. He did struggle a little bit last year and kind of disappeared from a few games, but he definitely has the ability to be a high-end NBA player. With Reddish getting drafted number 10, it is only the second time ever that 3 teammates got drafted in the top 10. Well, that happened in the NFL draft too, right?
That happens a little bit more often.
Oh, okay. This year, it was Zion, RJ Barrett, and Cam Reddish. Good job. Where are they from? Duke. The Blue Devils. That's the fiercest kind of devil. Overall, this is a great night for all these teams and the prospects. It's really cool to see just how emotional all these kids get and just how hard they've worked to get to this point. It'll be a lot of fun seeing what some of these prospects will end up doing in the next few years. Done. I don't have a basketball. If I could put a basketball on my finger and like post, this is where it would be. What? What time is it? I don't even know. It's still. Thank you so much for tuning in to Behind the Mic. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.